lion cub is the opposite of a big lion. Little is the opposite of big. Noisy pig is the opposite of quiet pigs. Noisy is the opposite of quiet. A huge dinosaur is the opposite of a small dinosaur. Huge is the opposite of small. Daytime is the opposite of nighttime. Day is the opposite of night. A tiny beak on this bird is the opposite of a gigantic beak on this bird. Tiny is the opposite of gigantic. Dangerous sharks are the opposite of a harmless tadpole. Dangerous is the opposite of harmless. Cold weather is great for making a snowman. The opposite is hot weather. Cold is the opposite of hot. Sweet desserts are the opposite of sour lemons. Sweet is the opposite of sour. Fast jets are the opposite of slow tortoises. Fast is the opposite of slow. Many puppies is the opposite of few puppies. Many is the opposite of few. A tall giraffe is the opposite of a short llama. Tall is the opposite of short. Far in the distance is the opposite of near. Far is the opposite of near. Awake puppy is the opposite of asleep puppy. Awake is the opposite of asleep. A fancy collar is worn by this kitten, which is the opposite of a plain collar worn by this kitten. Fancy is the opposite of plain. A normal hairstyle on this bird is the opposite of a weird hairstyle on the bird. Normal is the opposite of weird. A strong wolf is the opposite of a weak dog. Strong is the opposite of weak. A rooster is the opposite of a hen. Rooster is the opposite of hen. A mean ape is the opposite of a kind lamb. Mean is the opposite of kind. A heavy elephant is the opposite of a light mouse. Heavy is the opposite of light. Inside the tub is a dog. Outside the tub is a dog. Inside is the opposite of outside. Young kitten is the opposite of old cat. Young is the opposite of old. On the back of a mother chimpanzee is a baby chimpanzee. Opposite is when the baby gets off the mother's back. On is the opposite of off. A sheep is in the basket. The opposite is a sheep out of the basket. In is the opposite of out. A black swan is the opposite of a white swan. Black is the opposite of white. An ugly caterpillar is the opposite of a beautiful butterfly. Ugly is the opposite of beautiful. Country life is the opposite of city life. Country is the opposite of city. A frightful alligator is the opposite of a friendly rabbit. Frightful is the opposite of friendly. A real rabbit is the opposite of a fake rabbit. Real is the opposite of fake.